everyone, welcome back to Speaking of Social Justice. My name is Cailey and I am your host for this week's episode. On the 21st of June, the Justice and Peace Office Sydney hosts our annual Sydney Homeless Memorial. Given that most homeless people and rough sleepers do not receive a proper burial or memorial, this night is dedicated to honouring the lives lost on our Sydney streets. In honour of this week being Men's Health Week, I would like to delve into the role mental health and hidden illness play in influencing male homelessness in Australia. So homelessness is a complex and a truly multifaceted issue, and in Australia it affects over 116,000 people every night. Among these individuals, a significant portion are men, 58% to be exact. And while there are so many different factors that may lead to homelessness, such as the cost of living and financial difficulties, mental health can really play such a dynamic role in street sleeping. Mental health issues and homelessness often form a vicious cycle where one exacerbates the other. There is this overwhelmingly harmful belief that rough sleepers are on the street as a choice, or that they've blown all their money, or this, that, and the other. So many things impact one's homelessness, and mental health is just one of them. Many men who find themselves homeless previously suffer from mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, that is a big one, as well as substance use disorders. These conditions can severely impact their ability to secure and maintain stable housing. Stats released this year actually have indicated that men are more prone to developing an alcohol abuse disorder than women, with 2/3 of excessive drinking-related deaths being male. This isn't a competition between men and women, but men are also more likely than women to use all types of illicit drugs and substances. Schizophrenia in general is also a very hard thing to treat and manage, so just imagine being on the street dealing with that too. I wouldn't be able to. On the other hand, this experience of homelessness in itself can likewise lead to mental health problems. The daily struggle for survival, lack of safety and stable housing, as well as social isolation, contribute to stress, depression, and a myriad of other mental health issues. This cycle makes it extremely challenging for individuals to escape homelessness, and without comprehensive support, many just become trapped and are totally unable to get out. While anyone and everyone can and potentially will experience some form of poor mental health in their lifetime, mental health issues are significantly more prevalent among the homeless population compared to the general public. Around 30% of homeless people have a diagnosed mental health condition, and this figure is likely to be underestimated due to underreporting and a lack of access to diagnostic services. And with this, 1 in 2 men will actually experience a mental disorder in their lifetime, with 3 out of 4 suicides being men. So for men, this stigma surrounding mental health can make it even more difficult to seek help. Traditional notions of masculinity often discourage men from expressing vulnerability or admitting that they need help, leading to untreated mental health issues that spiral into homelessness. So let's consider the story of John, a 45-year-old man who has been homeless for the past 2 years. John's downward spiral began with the loss of his job and mental health deterioration. Unable to cope with all the stress and feelings of failure and inadequacy, John turned to alcohol, which soon led to a dependence. His mental health quickly deteriorated and he was eventually evicted from his apartment. Without a stable home, John's access to mental health services and necessary treatment was severely limited. John's story is not unique. Many men face similar trajectories where mental health challenges lead to job loss, relationship breakdowns, and eventually homelessness. So without proper intervention and support, these men will remain trapped in a cycle of despair. Several barriers prevent homeless men from accessing mental health care in Australia. So firstly, there is a significant lack of affordable and accessible mental health services. Public mental health services are often overwhelmed in general, leading to long wait times and inadequate care. Private services, on the other hand, are far too expensive for most homeless individuals, so therefore they are totally inaccessible. Additionally, there is also the issue of stigma. So men in general, but men experiencing homelessness, may avoid seeking help due to fear of judgment and discrimination. This stigma is compounded by the general societal stigma surrounding both mental illness and homelessness, and the whole notion that speaking up is a sign of weakness. So to effectively address the intersection of mental health and male homelessness in Australia, several policy changes are extremely necessary. So foremost, to reduce wait times and improve the quality of care, funding for public mental health services needs to be significantly increased. Secondly, creating integrated service models that provide both housing and mental health support can help individuals achieve stability more effectively. For instance, keeping crisis homes and shelters open longer into the evening for anyone struggling with drug dependency, for instance, can immediately seek refuge. Likewise, public awareness campaigns aimed at reducing the stigma surrounding both mental illness and homelessness are crucial. These campaigns should emphasise that seeking help is a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. And lastly, training for those who work in homeless services on how to properly recognise and address mental health issues can significantly improve outcomes for the individual seeking help. So join us at Martin Place Amphitheatre on the evening of June 21st to honour all of the lives lost in our streets. Let us work together to get our fellow Australians the support, guidance and dignity that they so desperately deserve to improve their living situations and overall well-being. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week for more, or jump over to our sister channel SOSJ Have Your Say to hear our young interns delve into issues playing hard on their minds and their take on current issues.